kicking off a special bop here.
Hey.
Yeah, them young mans up in the borderlands, caught between the beef for the 18s and 13s, slapped in the face by an 8th.
For those of you who don't know, I got the camera in a new spot today. It's your boy Jay Kasai. Another episode of For the Record, and today we got my longtime guy from a distance, Eugene Oneil. What's up, man?
What's going on, my brother?
Let's make the thumbnail early. I usually do the thumbnail at the end of the episode. Let's both look at this lens and strike a pose for me. Feels good to be home, baby.
Dog, this has been a long time coming, my brother.
This is extremely overdue. We've got OGs and big homies in common. We've got little homies in common.
Right.
We've got a whole lot of the opposite, or everything outside the spectrum in common, and not enough in the middle in common.
That part.
So it's good to be here, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling lovely, man. I'm just very glad to be here. Very glad to be on your platform, and I'm hyped to really just jump into it, brother.
Time out, because I hate talking over the most important parts.
Ooh.
What do you fight for?
Who's this singing?
That's your boy, man. That's Eugene Oneil.
Okay.
Oh shit! I have thick ass thighs, so I'm sorry, team.
I fight for my reputation. I fight for my legacy.
Okay.
So I stay dedicated. I fight for my friends.
I'll turn that down. This is, once again, For the Record with Eugene Oneil. I call him Ominous, so if you're a close friend of me watching this episode, you probably don't even know his name is Eugene Oneil. This is Eugene Oneil, formerly known as Ominous. A lot to cover, a lot to talk about, but let's start with why you're here today, because that's a loaded statement.
Right.
How long have you been actively releasing music to the public?
Actively releasing music to the public has probably been about 15 years. 15
years.
Yeah.
I probably learned about you roughly 9 years ago. So that's not too late. It's not too late to the party.
That's too late to the party, bro.
Yeah. But you know what's funny is, man, we were just talking earlier. We've crossed paths and had people in common, and we have a lot of similar things in our storylines that predate when we met or when we've known each other. So it's very interesting that, you know, we've both been very present in the same region. What's the difference between Eugene Oneil right now and the man you were back then? Like, why are you still making music, and what's the difference between back then and right now?
So when I was Ominous, OMINOUS, one man's intelligence, and I don't remember the rest of the acronym because I've tried to distance myself from that, but I'm not the barred out rappers, hip hop underground dude that like I was trying to portray.
Are you more organically who you are now?
Yeah. Oh my God, Eugene Oneil is exactly who I should have been from the first one. I love to sing. I love to rap. I love to talk about, like, you know, just my own feelings and stuff like that. And like I would think I was having like a problem with doing that as Ominous.
Yeah.
I had a problem with being able to tell my full self. And I believed in the word ominous so much to where I tried to literally be something that, you know what I'm saying, I just couldn't actually be. I'm not like I'm not an angry person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not a dark filled person. Yeah. I'm not, hell bro, I be cracking jokes. I'm a funny guy. I love anime. I love goofy shit. So Ominous just did not.
It didn't match. It didn't match,
bro.
Yeah.
It didn't match, man. It was
that name was hard though.
Yeah, it was dope, bro.
You sound like a bad guy in Kingdom Hearts.
You feel me?
So it's kind of funny that you didn't follow through on it, because that, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I heard that name, I went, "Who's that?"
Yeah. Who's this fellow?
Ominous sounds like my enemy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. To speak to a little bit of what you just said, you know how to produce, engineer. You've written for others. You write for yourself. You sing. You rap. You do a lot of different things. how did that come to be? Why would you want to do all those different things when you could just focus in on one?
Well, being able to, because look, I would say like this, like all music isn't necessarily for the artist who's writing it. So if I'm writing something like, you know, I can maybe just be feeling in the moment, that may not just be that necessarily may not fit me as an artist. So I'm sitting there talking about, you know, butterflies and rainbow sherbet juice. Like I don't think I'll be able to portray it myself. If I can get like a singer or somebody who be able to embody it way better than me, then, you know, that's good. But, you know, it's sometimes, man, you know what I'm saying, I'll be sitting there in the clouds like, you know, all right, well, what if I wrote this type of music, or how would this sound? So that's mainly just been like, you know, just me just kind of just figuring out who I am, what I really like to do in this music, because just being a rappy rap barred out dude it's very boring. Yeah, and it doesn't get a lot of places. And between me and you, what do you listen to on a day-to-day? R&B. That's what I had to ask myself also. So, as you know of my history, I was from the OG days, it was True Speech, CJ, right. You know, then it transitioned to OE with Cam and Dryden and all these guys. And I was always surrounded by Lyrical Miracle, outbar each other, competitive music, you know, and that was kind of where the origin story of my writing came from. But I quickly realized, am I writing what I sit down and play when I'm alone? Right. Like, what do I really listen to when I lift weights? What do I listen to when I'm chilling alone? What do I listen to in the car? How often is it Lyrical Miracle sparring music, you know, that's not about anything? And I was like, 10% of the time, 10% maybe. Yeah. So I had to really look inward and go, okay, it's time for me to start embracing what I actually truly enjoy, because that's probably what the rest of the world enjoys. I don't have crazy weird taste, you know. If it's something I'll genuinely enjoy listening to, that's probably what everyone else will enjoy too, versus what I think my rapper peers will respect. That doesn't even matter, because my rapper homies who respect it aren't listening to it when they drive their car. You know what's wild? Like when I went through my very first breakup when I was a kid out in high school, do you know what I listened to for like literally a week straight? No More Drama from fucking Mary J. Blige. No more drama, bro. The whole album, because the album it was more than just like the songs that were, you know, let's get it crunk-a-latin. Those weren't even the songs that I listened to. Look, she had bangers on that album, and I was like, oh, I can relate to as a fucking 14-year-old. Look, my mom made me a Mary J. Blige stan. she made me a true fan. So I'm a diehard Mary J. Blige fan. Off top, man. Off top. I just want you to know, What's the 411 is my album. Bro. So as a 14, like I said, as a 14, 15-year-old going through like a crazy little breakup, and I chose to, all right, yeah, Mary J. Blige, No More Drama. Yeah, that's the album that and Mama's Gun from fucking Erykah Badu. Those were the two albums that I listened to when it came to like a breakup. You know what I'm saying? Which is rap wasn't even in my radar during that time. I agree. My Mary J. Blige era didn't even include rap. You know Roy Ayers, right? Roy Ayers, yeah. Yeah, I only know who he is because of Mary J. Blige. Yes, that production. My life. That was my introduction to Roy Ayers. So for me, Mary J. Blige is also a bridge to a lot of classic hip hop sampling. So Mary J. Blige just kind of carried me into hip hop. No, bro, I can actually definitely agree with that too. Yeah, 100% agree. Whew. Her production, I'm a Soulquarian fan. You know what I'm saying? So she had, you know what I'm saying, Dilla and Questlove and James Poisoner on her shit. So yeah, you're a student, you know. I'm a big time, bro. Yeah. So let me, for people who are watching right now who have no idea who you are, why are you someone they're gonna press play on? Why are people listening to your music? What do you provide? Why would someone be a fan of you?
What do you bring to the table? Are you a fan of yourself? I have all these questions for you.
Yeah, bro. I'm actually a really huge fan of myself.
That's important. I like to hear that.
A really huge fan of myself, man. I love to. I have a sound that I've really just been trying to curate. Curate is that's the word.
You got it right. Curate.
I'm a very bass heavy, soul sampling ass artist, and I love like driving music, things that have like from start to end. Like I need the bass to hit. I need the chords to be upscaling the whole time. Progression, excuse me, to be progressing the whole time. That's just the type of music I have. It's all feeling music. So excuse me. So I have a song called "Who I Am" with Noah James, and I produced a joint, but like I got the sample from Jay Dilla, and it was a sample that he actually did for Elzai on his I forget the mix that he did back in 2010 2011. Anywho,
shout out to Noah James, who's a previous guest on this show.
My brother. So yeah, so that beat right there is definitely hard hitting, definitely conveying exactly. The song's called "Who I Am," and I'm pretty much giving exactly who I am when in the raw, in the beat, in the lyrics, in the hook, right there. Yeah.
Let's listen a little bit.
Yeah, check it out, man.
I keep my business like I'm pimping on some sugar free. If you ain't trying to get this bread, then what the fuck you got for me? I got for free is nothing. If you nothing, niggas come around with talk is cheap, be frontin'. Cap and get you caught up when you fuck around.
You made this beat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If you really want them problems, have my daughter now. I understand what love is as a father. So go harder is an understatement. Bitch, I'm crushing diamonds. My whole life I've been amazing. I'm amazed that you ain't heard of him. I really wanted him, cause ain't no two niggas alike. And dare I say that you can't fuck with him. It's so cliche, but I don't like to lie, my friend. Like fucking with my money guarantees you gon' see God, my friend. Cause I've been working way too hard.
This is a great pocket.
Oh yeah, thank you, brother. Manifesting.
My mind is gone, but I got all my senses. Like fuck these niggas if they ain't talking about winning only. Like fuck them bitches if they ain't thinking about taking over. I hold the word up in my hands and show exactly who I am. No, my mind is gone, but I got all my senses. Like fuck these niggas if they ain't thinking about winning only. Like fuck them bitches if they ain't thinking about.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm all about working with people who's gonna work with me.
Yeah.
If I think we were talking about this earlier, like if we get on the song and I'm like, hey bro, then we got this banger, blah blah blah, and I want to sit there and promote it, and I'm the only nigga promoting this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of an issue with that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. They're less invested than you.
That's exactly. So like when it comes to like making money or doing things together, I want to make sure that nigga like we're on equal value and thought here. Like nigga, like if your thought is to like let's make this goddamn song big, then let's do that. Don't let me sell you the dream and then like once we get that shit together, you fall off.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's why I say like fuck these niggas if they ain't talking about winning only. Like fuck these bitches if they ain't thinking about taking over. Like I'm not gonna sit there and like do anything with you, especially in this part of my life, nigga, if it ain't about like capitalizing on what we're trying to do equally. You feel me? So that's what this song is all about.
Gotcha. Who are the core people you're listening to these days? If you're dropping an album with a limitless budget, spend as much as you want. You can have Kanye produce the whole thing. You can have Beyonce sing every hook. Whatever you want. Who are maybe like 3 to 5 people that you have to make that phone call to?
I'm calling Drake. I'm calling Larry June. I'm calling.
Okay, that's already very different bags.
Yeah, I'm calling Rick Ross. I'm calling.
Really? Rick Ross?
Absolutely.
Okay.
At Rick Ross. I'm calling Raphael Sadiq.
Ooh, that's a great choice. That's a great choice.
And I'm calling producer wise when Raphael Sadiq. Oh fuck, because Raphael
Sadiq's bringing everything to the table.
100% everything to the table. And I wish that God Dilla was still alive.
Yeah.
He would be the next person I would say when it comes to like that type of feel and production.
Yeah.
I got 2 more people.
1 or 2.
1 or 2 more people.
Yeah.
Blast.
Okay.
And what's that boy's name? Oh my God.
What's he doing?
Ty Dolla $ign.
So your singles are already locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think that pretty much encapsulates your pocket and style. You know what's funny is Drake is hyper formulated scientific pop. He's a masterful backpacker who understands and studied pop music.
Bro.
Larry June is a swaggy street man who understands the code, who's decided to, instead of being in the streets, do music. Which is 2 opposite personality. I don't even want to say opposite. They're reciprocal of each other. They're the same but different. So the fact that you said them both first is crazy to me, but makes perfect sense. It's beautiful.
Nigga, bro. I believe though, if those 2 were to actually make a song together, it would be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, Big Sean and Larry June did a song, and it was a
fucking
great
crazy,
record.
Right?
Great record.
Yeah, I love that record right there.
Yeah, that was a great record. So I love those 2 choices. Rick Ross is the only one where I'm a little bit puzzled. I don't think Rick Ross is doing anything on a beat that you can't do yourself.
Okay, so with the reason why I pick Rick Ross, his voice, his cadence, his what he writes about.
Okay. I'm a Rick Ross fan, by the way. So
yeah, no. What he writes about is literally like my drive, and like, bro, his beat selection is
premium.
Literally,
it might be number 1.
None.
It might be number 1 in hip hop history.
No one who picks the right type of track. So if I were to get something on him, I know it's gonna be something ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's probably number 1.
Yeah, he has to be.
Yeah, he might be number 1. Teflon Don is mind-boggling.
We're not even going to talk. Yeah, that's one of the greatest albums that's musically put out.
Yeah. The fact that he put it out is even crazier.
Yeah.
Because how did you get those resources? His production, so let me put it this way. His beat selection is so grandiose and fantastic. You think he's an A-list rapper. He's not. He's actually
agreed. He's
actually no bigger than a Meek Mill.
No, you're being really high because Meek Mill, as far as rapper.
Oh, rap skill is different. I'm talking about just like fan base, presence. When you go to a show, how many people are there? When he puts out an album, how many record sales are there? He's not as big as the music is.
Right.
And that's amazing that his music sounds like he's charting every year.
Nigga.
It sounds so grandiose and fantastical, but it's actually just standard, successful, good hip hop on paper.
He has, when it comes to that, like that rich nigga rapper bag, he has that in.
Oh yeah,
he owns he owns that. I don't think even to Jay-Z, I think he takes over when it comes to that type of music.
Jay-Z agrees with you.
Yeah,
Jay-Z don't just record and collab with anyone. He has multiple Ross records.
Right, multiple. Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yeah, which is rare. He doesn't just do that with anyone. So
right.
He might have as many Ross features as he has Drake features.
Nigga, that's very true. That's very true.
He has more Ross features than he has Kendrick features.
He has more Ross features than he has Future features.
Yeah. So, He collaborates with him at a high level, and that's not a coincidence.
No, it's not. It's just the ear that man has when it comes to music is, like you said, it's untouchable.
Yeah, that's interesting. So with all that being said, for a guy who's been making music for so long, why is someone who's listening or watching right now, why do they not know who you are? What happened? And obviously, if this weren't my channel, I'd have to answer the same question.
Yeah.
But I want to know what your answer is to that question.
Well, let me just start with myself. I'm not going to blame anybody first. I'm going to start with myself. I'm the reason why I haven't been put out there to the mainstream as it should be. I'm a person who likes to help other people before helping myself.
You're a supporter. You're a role player. You're a pillar.
I've been a great six man. I've been a great six man for a long time, all while trying to be, you know what I'm saying, that number one spot. And the unfortunate part is, like, well, I landed with some really good people. Yeah, as a six man, as someone as a background.
You were seeing more immediate success. Oh, bro, playing in the background than in the foreground.
Absolutely, man. My first, time being into like the foreground was I was dealing with these dudes. They were called the Rich Kids, and I got tatted on my arm. So we called the Rich Kids, and and we were dealing with the likes of like a Chris Stokes and shit like that. The people that I was dealing with, they were fucking with them. So I was just kind of just writing off the name and the coattail. And we were actually kind of big in the Inland Empire scene, bro. If you were a party person from 2006 to about 2009, and you didn't know the Rich Kids, you just wasn't a part of anything, because we literally took over Los Angeles. And just like the people that we was fucking with, we were just really, really big. But we weren't focusing on the music. We were just focusing on the personalities, unfortunately. So that's where I really got my first start. From then on, I tried to do like a whole solo thing as by the name of Ominous. I moved over to trying to be like this rapper, and then obviously shit just didn't work, so I was still like gaining traction, but that type of shit just wouldn't work. Got into a group, my boy Theme. We got signed to the Warner Music Group, so that's where things started to kind of take their traction. We were signed to a publishing deal with Warner Music Group through another third party called Gatson Records. Again, it's a subsidiary that is no longer in business with Warner Music Group. But yeah, so I've gone through the ringer with a lot of bullshit. So we did a whole album with him, but was never actually pushed forward. We did a lot of shows. We had a lot of publishing things. We were like really big on Twitter at one point in time. That's why I have like the following I have on Twitter now. Then from there, that's when the whole OK I Am ordeal came about, man.
Who's OK I Am to the listeners?
So OK I Am is my brother Miko. He was very big in Corona, and like the Oceanside, San Diego. Hell, this kid was fucking really about to blow. So I was part of his group. We were OK I Am and Airborne Division. One of the few biggest things that we did, we won the Warped Tour back in 2012. So we got to be on the Warped Tour. Got to perform on the Ernie Balls stage across from G-Eazy, who was actually blowing up at the very much time. So he was getting his name out there, and we were just popping too. Yeah. And then really just from then on, man, the group fizzled out, and I really just kind of focused on my own. I changed my name from Ominous to Eugene Oneil because it just felt better for me. Yeah. And Eugene Oneil has never looked back on any of this stuff, man. I've actually just gone forward, made sure that I can now separate my name from what I used to do.
Yeah. Dope.
Sorry, I was so long winded, guys.
No, that was cool. I'm gonna play some Eugene Oneil now.
Word.
Let's hear something.
Let's hear it.
Head down. Cocoa butter lotion from your ass down. Silky smooth, I love to put my hands down. Shit that turns me on now. Girl, you got me down bad. Girl, you got me tripping, let your head down. Cocoa butter lotion from your ass down. Silky smooth, I love to put my hands down. Shit that turns me on now. Girl, you got me down bad.
Crazy, cause you know how long I've been waiting. Girl, you been off to my mind all day. I can't wait to show you how the night ends. Pinot Gris up in the red cups. Cause I'm still hood, I don't need much. And I'm too geek, I get shy, but tonight's the night we get into something, yo. And that's where the Andre. Sip a lot of wine with a bowl full of grapes. The nigga getting older, so I'm getting better tasting. Let the fruit handle liquor marinate up in the pussy. Let the body do its thing. Yeah, I ain't playing. I know this shit well, girl, I know what I'm saying. Cranberry juice that I'm about to start drinking. Shit's about to get freaky, what the mouth do, baby. Yeah, we been talking shit for a minute, but we ain't never been in this position with your legs up. And this is beyond high ambition. Let me take a step back and admire, girl, you bad as fuck. And then we say hi to the brand front. And when we locked eyes, it was all done. Head game so good, man, the mood come down through the window like smoke before it's 200. I'ma take my time if it's all good. Roll a couple joints for the post.
Yeah, man, you in a rock solid bag.
Thanks, brother.
Rock solid.
Thank you, my brother.
So we understand the history now. We know you've established your talents in the past. You played background on some things. You were mixing, you were recording, you were producing. Did you make that beat? Who made that beat?
I did, yeah.
You made that beat?
I did, yeah.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Great production. So what is different today? Why are you here today? What's changing moving forward, and why now?
Now, I understand who I am way more than I ever have. I understand my purpose in what I'm doing. I understand why I'm doing this shit. I want to say for the first time ever, it's actually become competitive for me.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm a very competitive person by nature. I'm a sports person. I grew up playing basketball, football, track. That's my thing. And so the weird thing about I've never looked at like doing music as like a competitive sport when it comes to like people around me. I've always been like, a camaraderie guy. Like, oh yeah, let's kumbaya, motherfucker. And I'm still that type of dude, but like just recently, I'm in more of a competitive. I want my music to be in the forefront before most people. And like that doesn't mean like I don't want my people to eat. That just means, nigga, I'm here. That just means like I'm
you want your presence known.
My presence is right here with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't want you niggas to like to think that like I'm going away, like you'll like, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to fade away and none of that shit, man.
Yeah. Okay. Why is that? What happened?
Bro, seeing the landscape in the last three years and seeing how like we've now been put on the same, like independent artists have been put on the same playing field as these major artists, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Seeing how like these major artists don't know how to market. They don't know how to fucking be bigger artists without that big ass engine behind them.
Yeah.
So that was really my main focus. Like, oh nigga, I can catch up to your ass now.
Yeah.
Now we here. Now I can snag your audience. You know what I'm saying? If I stay consistent and I stay consistent in the way that I need to be and pinpointing the art, like the fan base who fucks with you but actually fuck with my music, and I stay it and I keep chipping at that shit, I'm gonna take you niggas, I'm gonna take all that shit away. And so that's been my drive.
Okay.
Dead ass serious.
So what's the game plan? Are you putting out an album? Are you dropping singles? Are you doing shows? What's happening next?
So right now, man, basically it's gonna be singles every week. One single every week. It might even be two. But yeah, it's gonna be just pretty much putting out the music as consistent as I possibly can. Look, bro, I've been able to grow my social media in the last 3 years bigger than most people have in my area ever. You know what I'm saying? So like niggas have actually seen my blueprint and have sitting there and they're trying to copy it and go forward with it. I love it. That, but that right there just lets me know
you're doing the right thing,
and I'm doing the right thing, and I need to go harder, like way harder. So I just got hooked up with my brother. I just got hooked up with my brother GQ.
Shout out to GQ,
man.
Shout out to GQ.
Shout my nigga, man. Look, so we're about to actually. Bro, dog. I'm so excited for these next the last part of this fucking season for me. But look, bro, me and my girl Pretty Black, we just got won our spot on the TI Fest. You know what I'm saying? So like that, and we ain't on that small part of the fucking bill. We're on a good middle part where the name is seen. You can, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to fucking find a magnifying glass to find this nigga. We right there. And the type of show that we're gonna be putting on is gonna be fucking phenomenal. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, this isn't. It's not just about like the visuals that we do on content, nigga. Every single show that we do from here on out, bro, is about to be crazy. It's about to be a real like situation. We want to be able to be bigger than the headliner. We want our shows to be killing the headliner.
Damn. Okay. Well, congrats on that festival spot. Congrats on that slot. And it sounds crazy. So where's your head at as far as what your end goal is? Where are you trying to get to?
I want to be able to be my own entity, man. Like, I want to be able to partner with labels, not be signed to a label.
Like
I want to be
like
able
a Russ.
I want to partner with somebody. I want to be able to go out there and like, okay, we have a 50-50 contribution. Especially with a major label. When I'm able to do that, yeah, that will be the motherfucking like
that's the end goal.
That's the end goal right there.
Okay.
Because there's what else am I gonna do from that? Like, I honestly, like, once I partner with a major label, there's only me just cutting the major label out and just it's all me. You know, which is probably a lot harder. So that's why I'd rather partner with
work
a label,
with a machine.
Work with the machine that's gonna have that knows the structure.
Yeah. Okay, that to me that's a perfect goal. Are you cooking up an actual LP or album? Are you doing exclusively singles? What do you think the world needs and wants? What's your mindset on the climate of the world right now? Because we're in a very TikTok snippets of a song ADD era, a song that isn't fire within the first 8 or 9 seconds gets skipped. That's the number these days. How are you navigating this world we're in now? What's your game plan?
First of all, just writing the type of music that the fans want to hear. I literally just, you know what I'm saying, just talk about my own life. And the crazy thing about it is there's so many people who have lived type parts of my life who can
There's
relate,
an audience,
who can definitely relate to what I'm talking about, though. And even down to like now these younger kids are literally living the same type of shit. So if I can sing something or do something that's gonna relate to them as well, which normally comes with like the type of beat or the type of genre that's going on in the music right now, that's how I can relate to that's how I can stay relevant.
Yeah.
You know, like Drake again, I love this dude because he's able to understand markets.
Yeah.
The man has gone through what 2 generations already. You know what I'm saying? And he's able to minimum, and he's already working on this third joint. So being able to understand the market and what type of music is being played to the youth, and be able to find something to relate to that, homie. That's the key. I can sit there and talk about, because like, you know, the youth is like, especially when it comes to like 18-year-olds to 21-year-olds, they're all about getting money and fucking. And I know I got hella stories like that. So the putting it into the aspect of like, how they're gonna listen to it. That's the fun part, and that's the challenge.
Okay. I'm thinking that's your phone.
Yeah, that's my phone.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my girl, yeah.
So I'm thinking, does this mean, do you believe in the concept of dropping an album still?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
How quickly and how soon does that happen in the process of your comeback? Do you think that singles are the forefront? Do you think the albums are low priority and it's the end goal? What do you think is the smartest thing for a guy who's, let's say there's a guy out there who's watching this and is like, I want to get out there and start my music career. How long should he wait till he drops an album?
Start doing singles. I say, in my personal opinion, drop as many singles as you can possibly can, as consistent as you can in the first 6 months. While you're doing all that, create your album. And once you get to that 6 month drop, look, bro, you already have at least 3 or 4 songs that people are fucking with that are going to be on this album. And then you have other songs that they never heard before that are on this album as well. Doing the whole Russ way. He's this dude that blueprint still works.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I was curious if you believed in it or if you had a different ulterior.
Fuck no, that's the blueprint as far as like consuming music right now. Like you said, bro, the niggas that we got short attention spans.
Yeah.
So if I can give you singles every month, every week, and then like once like and then let you know, hey, bro, I got a fucking album about to drop. Oh shit, are these singles on there? Yes. Oh well, goddamn, I'm here.
Okay, well, let's step away from your solo journey. And let's talk about collaborative efforts, because you have a lot of features. What is your process when you decide you want to do a song with someone? Because as a guy who can do verses, do beats, do hooks, are you a I'll get in where I fit in guy? Are you a this is what I'm bringing to the table guy? Are you a my way or the highway guy? This is what the record needs, or I'd rather not do it. Where's your head at when you come to the table to do a record with another person?
I have to have a lot of input into that bad boy.
Yeah.
I have to have I'll say this. If the idea is given to me and they already have like the hook, the hook got to be dope. It has to be dope. So
you're saying you either gotta love the idea or change the idea?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. And actually, for damn near 100% of the time, it's usually like, hey, look, I got this idea, but if you hear something different, work with it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah. That's honest to God, 100% of the case. So it's never been a situation where like, nah, well, actually, there has been a situation where I ain't fucking with that. And it's really most sort of just come from like the artist that I may not really want to deal with. Yeah. But I open my mouth and say, hey, let's work. You know, like you kind of know how that goes, man. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't mean to be like that type of person who like, oh, hey, yeah, let's work. And you know, when you give me some shit to work with, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do with that. Yeah, you know. And that's like the only thing you give me. I'm like, all right, well, if you got something else,
something better.
Other than that, man, you know, we're just gonna sit here and and be sending music back and forth, you know.
So let me give you two hypotheticals here, two different ones. So if I told you, hey, I've got one phone call, you name the person, I'll get their number and they'll answer the phone and say yes. No matter who the artist is. What's your thoughts on, would you want to make the beat, write the hook, do your verse and send it? Or would you rather it be a bit more of a mesh? How much of, if it were up to you, how much do you want to stir the pot? How much do you want to be involved in the cooking of records? In a perfect world where the artist is someone you really respect and love, are you trying to just focus in on one thing, or are you trying to bring all your skills to the table?
Wow, that's a great question.
Because let's be real here. You make beats for yourself all the time,
right? So
maybe it would be nice to not have to worry about that and hop on something new. But on the flip side, it's you make what you want. Maybe that's what you want to be on top of, you know? So I'm just curious because, like, for example, if you came to me and you wanted to do a record, I'm on Oh Gosh Leotis and Navi in production. That's it. I'm not on anything else. So maybe you're going, okay, I'm a fan of those two guys as producers.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the beats aside. Or on the flip side, maybe you're going, those guys are dope, but so am I. I want you to come to my world. Where's your inherent natural mindset at? Obviously, you do both. We know that already, but what do you prefer?
Inherently, naturally, I might, because I know the two producers you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, let's go fuck with them real quick.
Yeah.
Like, I just inherently, because, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not as good as them, but, like, I love their sound.
Well, it's one less responsibility for you.
That part.
Yeah.
And, like, I've worked with Oh Gosh before, so being able to, he understands, like, when it comes to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I need this, blah blah blah, and I want you to structure it, and he would do it just like that. So if I didn't have to make the beat and I was working with you, like, yeah, nigga, let's rock with Oh Gosh, and I mean, because they gonna do exactly what we're trying to convey.
They're gonna bring the best out the record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. 100%. So yeah, no, bro, I'm very open. Especially if I know the producers or if I know of the producers. Oh, nigga, I'll let the nigga do it.
What about with, like, the hook?
Your boy might have to think about it, man. Because like, I'm looking like, and I'm not saying, like, you know, everybody hooks are trash, but, like,
most hooks aren't very good.
Cool, man.
Most hooks aren't very good. Let's be real.
Yeah.
In the grand universe of all the rap songs made, most hooks are not good.
Right.
That's just the facts. It's pretty rare the chorus and the hook really bring a song to life. Obviously, if you just listen to, you know, Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick, hooks are fire all the time.
Right,
you know,
right.
Those are major artists that are the best at what they do. But in the local scene, most artists prioritize rapping or the verses. And the hook's almost like a point A to point B section. So, you know, let me come up with something to get me to my next verse.
Right.
You know, versus create something that brings the whole song to life and brings things together. And a lot of people will call on you, which is why you have so many features. Not for your verses, but because, like I said, most of these hooks, rappers are going, I practice verses all the time. My layup package is fire, but I need someone who could bring the ball up court.
Yeah.
And you're going to go, little do they know, I've been working on that for years.
Man, homie, all day.
You know, so how often do you get put in scenarios where you don't have to worry about the hook? How often do you think you need to worry about the hook?
I have to worry about the hook way more often than I don't.
Yeah.
It's always about, like, because they know I have a pen game, and they know I can, you know, rock pretty much damn near to anything. It's a rarity that I have, like, a hook and it's dope, and I can put it to wax. Because most of these niggas, and I don't mean it like that. Like, a lot of niggas can't sing, but niggas want to sing, and they be like, "Hey, bro, so I wrote this." And most of the time, it be like, hey, they be like, "Hey, bro, look, so look, I got this hook right, yeah, but look, nigga, I sang it, but it sound like shit." And I'm like, look,
just say my name.
Just say my name. Can you just do it? Can you just say how I did it? But, you know,
better
put it the way you did it. I'm like, all right, bro, I can fuck with that. And it's normally, you know, whenever it comes to that type of situation, like, I'll probably end up having to
doctor it up a little bit, sauce it up. Absolutely.
But if I take it, like, if I actually take their lyric, I'm like, hey, yeah, it sounds good enough for me to translate and go for it. Because I have a song, bro, with my dog Dilemma. Shout out to Dilemma, and he wrote the hook. The hook was amazing. When he did it sounded like shit. And he'll say the same thing.
Yeah.
But when I did it, bro, like, it's actually one of my favorite hooks of all time that I've ever did, and he wrote it. Bro, I love it.
Look, mine's coming together, collaborating it's the magic. So,
bro,
I'm all about it. I think that it's a good idea. I think that I love when someone is humble enough to go, look, I'm going to listen to what you wrote, approach what you wrote, and reinterpret it and put my own swag and style on it, and come up with something special. Because a lot of guys will go, look, if I'm going to do the hook, I'm throwing away everything you did.
Right.
Bringing something new. And that's not collaboration.
No, it's not. It's not absolutely not. No, not at all. I'm very much for the collaboratory efforts. Like if I were to, I would never like throw away their whole hook. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely make sure that I have it in the. First of all, I really don't want to rewrite the hook. And if you already have a storyline, have you ever like a concept behind it, bro? I do not want to rewrite that bitch. So the less I have to contribute, the better.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. I have a chorus on, I played you it earlier, that I wrote for myself. Mm-hmm. And I just played it for the homie, Preston. And when he heard it, he sang it for me. And I never want to hear I don't even want to hear my singing in my head again with this hook. You know, and sometimes it's just better that way. So I'm 100% about that. Yeah, man, I don't know if I have any extra questions for you. What's on your mind? You got anything for me?
First of all, because I actually got to tell people I actually got to listen to his whole album, and I hope everybody who hears this pressures the dog shit out this nigga to get that motherfucking finished, because that album is phenomenal, musically, verbally, conceptually, very dope album. And like I said, I don't say that often at all, especially in when it comes to like the IE music. You have one of the better pieces of music that needs to be put out. We don't have a lot of that out here. I'm very sure you know that. Yeah. All we have like a very generic sound when it comes to like what's being put out right now. Yeah. And you're definitely a breath of fresh air, musically and verbally. And you need to stop playing and put that bullshit. It's not bullshit. Put that shit out.
It's coming, and I'm waiting on your vocals now. So
no, nigga, we here now. Now. Hey, look now. Now he gave me some. Now he gave me something to work on. So now I'm going to work on it.
I usually on these episodes, I always have a record that I've done with the guest. Always. This is one of the very few times where I don't have anything with you to play
at all, bro. We got nothing,
and that's crazy because our big homie is the same person.
Homie.
Our little homies are
same person,
similar or the same.
Yeah. And
we've got some just longtime friends that are the same person. So shout out to Moss, shout out to Donovan, shout out to all these guys.
All of them. Those are all homies.
We go back in ways we don't know. So
right.
There's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, man. Is there anything you want to shout out? Anything coming out? Anything already out? Any @ names? How to find you?
Okay, yeah, so cool. So I go by Eugene Oneil, Eugene_Oneil, ONEIL_. That's on my Twitter, my TikTok, my Instagram, literally everything. I'm about to drop a shitload of content. So if you don't follow me already with my content, man, you missing out, because I'm about to drop a shitload of crazy load of content. A lot of videos, a lot of songs that's about to be dropped at the end of this year. Me and my homegirl Pretty Black, we just won our slot on the TI Fest, so come on October 7th. And then watch out for the song that me and Kasai puts out. So, you know, I have a lot of shit that I'm going on that's happening right now. So y'all just be prepared. Y'all watch out for the whole. I'm about to bug the fuck out of y'all. That's it.
Eugene Oneil, For the Record. Another episode done.
I'm my prime and I just wanna show the world exactly who I am and show them what the undivided time. I never doubt when I'm out on the field, running up my blessings like I'm Justin Fields. Looking for my next bit, forgot to throw it off to the homie, and they catch it, we still winning. You give your karma shine. When I was young and my anxieties would have me stressing, thinking I could never make it, then I did it on my own.